Of course, you know that today as well, Barcelona qualified. Again, the same thing that happened to PSG is almost the same story for Barcelona. They have this vulnerability because of the experience and age of those players. They're still going to grow. But if you can be disciplined defensively and have quality going forward, PSG, Barcelona also will also struggle. And we saw that today as well. But again, this is what Champions League offers you. It offers you big moments. It offers you quality football. You enjoy it. And at the same time, there is drama that will go with it. So now,
watch Transit TV right now.
It's bad to say, Samuel, and keep watching Transit TV.
Transit TV back again. Two semi-finalists of this season's Champions League, known PSG and Barcelona, in first to qualify for semi-finals this season. And unfortunately, Aston Villa gone home and Dortmund home as well. We're going to focus mostly on the game between Aston Villa and PSG naturally. And yeah, this one quickly, let's go into it. Before I continue, don't forget to subscribe if you're not done so. You guys are doing a good job on the comment section. I'm also doing a good job in the subscription basis. Please continue to subscribe, like, and share our content. There's been a lot of hype in the last few weeks that Barcelona, PSG are the top favorite to win Champions League this season. I have personally hailed the job that Enrique has done in that team, but I don't think I subscribe to it. They are one of the favorites, obviously, but I don't think they are clear favorites to win Champions League this season. I will sort part of that today. The reason why I say that today, and kudos to Emery. But let's digest this one a little bit. How this game panned out. We came into this one. Aston Villa, you remember, considered the last-minute goal or stoppage time goal to go down 3-1 the first leg, which put them in a very, very, very difficult situation going to the second leg. And one would have thought that they would have approached this game differently from the beginning. They tried to ball. It looked like they were caught in between their own minds. They didn't know where to go, full throttle attacking PSG or play on the counter. So they were in between these two, and that undecisiveness kind of gave them a shocking start to this game, which made the game very difficult for the tide, very difficult for them. They came back to it, but eventually needed just one more goal to take this one at least into extra time and maybe win it on penalties or in extra time. Let's talk about the setup. I'm going to talk about the lineup, and notably, Emery decided to go with Rashford instead of Watkins. Watkins, I read one of his comments during the week that he's not happy. Obviously, nobody likes to be happy. And he has done a great job for Aston Villa being their main striker. And the reason why John Durham left for Saudi Arabia as well. Rashford went into that team. He has done well, but I don't think he has done anything spectacular. And Emery decided to go with Rashford, which made, gave the signs that probably he was trying to play a little bit on the counter. And I don't think that decision was a good decision. These players, these teams, there's the way they work. Watkins obviously has made his mark in that team. I don't think most of the players would be happy with that decision. And it kind of gave Aston Villa some kind of shaky start. And if you compare these two players, Watkins is a proper number 9. He runs at defenses. He knows where to stand. And there are positions that he will receive the ball with. All that will be in his mind is just run and get a goal. But Rashford, he had few chances in the early minutes of that game before they considered their goal that he would have just attacked the space or the last man, but he tried to come back and the interception was made. So I think that Emery would have gone with Watkins if you ask me. Though this is in hindsight now, but you will say, yeah, because the game is ended. But when I saw that lineup, I didn't think that Rashford was the best line. If I were Emery, I probably would have gone with even Rashford on the wing and Watkins as well. Because Wenger used to say this in the past, that sometimes it's better you have clarity in your mind what you are going in for. Aston Villa needed to win that game with 2 goals advantage to at least get to extra time. So you just have to attack, because if you concede, it makes it even a taller order for you to surmount. And that was what happened. At some point, Rashford in the 30th, after the 30th minute, he wasn't really pressing as hard as he's supposed to or chasing the balls. And these are habits you form over time. He doesn't do that in Manchester United. So it's going to take him a little bit. So for a game of that magnitude and being a situation that we are in, I expected Rashford to, do more. But I don't think he didn't play badly, but I don't think he did enough for the occasion, for the situation the team found themselves. So this is where I question Emery. And the setup as well, like I said earlier on, he went for Onana. And Onana, with all the legs and all the energy, he doesn't have the quality on the ball. And Aston Villa struggled because of that in the middle of the park, because they couldn't control, there are no quality passes going forward, which also affected Rashford in some kind of way. So that in between, that imbalance in the team in terms of technical ability and as well the shape was what gave PSG, though they scored their first goal on a very, very sweet counter. Both fullbacks getting their first 2 goals. It was very magnificent. Mendes, for me, is a player that is very, very underrated in Europe. So yeah, I'm talking about that. That takes me to PSG. Like I said, PSG are favorites to win this game, to win the Champions League this season, but they are not clear favorites. And the reason is because there are stiff vulnerabilities in that team. And one of it is, just like Real Madrid, PSG is not a very disciplined defensive team. Enrique has done a great job. They try to put teams under enormous pressure. So if you're organized and have quality going forward, it's going to be a difficult game for them to play. Teams like Inter Milan, teams like Arsenal will give PSG a run for their money anytime, any day. And I think they have already lost these 2 teams already this season. So, and at the 70th minute, I looked at the shape. PSG still had 4 players up top. And you're holding on to, at that time, I don't know if it was 1 goal or 2 goal advantage. I mean, at that point, you should be a little bit more pragmatic and defend what you have, because at this level in Champions League, anything can happen anyway. And once Aston Villa got that goal, it became anybody's goal, anybody's game, and they were just hanging on by the thread to see this one through. So this is where I believe PSG need to kind of develop a little bit, have that defensive discipline, because at the end of the day, is who wins the trophy. And everybody knows the brand of football that PSG plays, that Enrique has put in that team. At this point, is now to win the trophy. So whatever it takes to win, if it means, like Mourinho has done so many years, shown me so many years, even Ancelotti, if it means being chaotic, if it means being playing a low block, do it. Nobody is going to take you to jail for doing that. So yeah, PSG still has vulnerability, and I think they need to work on that going forward into this. They have 3 more games now potentially to win the title. And we're not going to talk about this one. We start talking about individual performances. First of all, I mentioned about Mendes. Mendes was immense against Liverpool, home and away, kept Salah quiet. In this game, in this time as well, he was as well. And the second goal, man, God, he wouldn't think that was a left back that took that goal the way he took it. And defensively, he's never found wanting as well. So big up Mendes. And Tielemans as well have been immense for Aston Villa on this cup run. And today again, of course, it was his individual drive in the middle of the pitch that created the chance for Villa's first goal this night. Yeah. Tielemans, big up you as well. But there's one player I want to mention, and this is Marquinhos. Then this is not because he did well. Marquinhos, for me, is not a leader. It's one of the reasons why PSG has not won this Champions League. And he almost, because of what he did not do as a leader, as a captain, PSG almost lost this game today. And what is that? Once they went 2 goals up, it was your job as a leader to keep your players calm. When you guys considered that first goal, you're supposed to rally the team and get them together, kind of handle the tempo. But it's always chaotic behind for PSG. I don't think Marquinhos needs to, they probably need to find a different pair of central defenders and leave Marquinhos to be playing maybe mostly league games. And, I don't think he has the quality, both technically as a defender, not on the ball. I mean, like defending as a defender and as well as a leader. They need a better quality defender and leader in that position to help them go where Enrique wants to take them. Personally, I don't rate McInnes, and I feel that is one of the reasons why PSG have struggled at this level. Today, if they had lost this game, I would have blamed him and Enrique. Not because you have a bunch of young players in that team, good as they may be, but it's your job. As if Van Dijk doing for Liverpool, you should be able to influence those younger ones. And we want to talk about this one. We talk about Emery. Kudos to him. Big up to Emery. He has come short again at this level. But we know that Champions League is a pedigree competition. It takes you time. You build. We were talking about it yesterday when it was in relation to Arsenal. You get that experience. You go back. You learn from it. You come again. If you can keep this team together and some quality to it, I'm sure by next season they will go a little bit further or do a little bit better in Champions League. So yeah, I don't have any blames for him. He has done well. I mean, if Asensio got his goal, I'm sure by now the talk will be different. Probably if that game has gone into extra time, I believe Aston Villa would have won, because PSG were just not. They didn't know what to do. They were confused. They were caught in between their minds and all over the place on the pitch, and they are just hanging by the trade. And what this means now is trouble for Man City, trouble for Newcastle, and trouble for Chelsea. Aston Villa out of the Champions League, the 5th place is up for grabs. 5th and 4th place is up for grabs. They're going to now go full throttle on the EPL, and this is going to be a big tussle between. In fact, Arsenal is not even safe, completely safe. But you know that what's the name? Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Aston Villa and Chelsea, these 4 teams are gunning for 2 positions, the 4th and 5th, at least for now, and 3rd. So one of these teams is going to drop, or 2 of these teams is going to drop, and it's going to be a big tussle out there. And of course, you know that today as well, Barcelona qualified. Again, the same thing that happened to PSG is almost the same story for Barcelona. They have this vulnerability because of the experience and age of those players. They're still going to grow, but if you can be disciplined defensively and have quality going forward, PSG, Barcelona also will also struggle, and we saw that today as well. But again, this is what Champions League offers you. It offers you big moments. It offers you quality football. You enjoy it, and at the same time, there is drama that will go with it. So now we have PSG playing the winner between Arsenal and Real Madrid after the game tomorrow. Inter Milan is playing Bayern Munich. The leader tie 2-1 going back to Italy. So whoever wins in that game will face Barcelona. Let me know what in the comment section. Do you think PSG, Barcelona, who is going to who are they going to progress to semi-final? Do you have your semi-finals predictions already? Put it on the comment section. Who is going to win this Champions League? Let me know as well. From what I saw from PSG today, if Arsenal are able to finish their job against Real Madrid, I think this year's champions. I already predicted it even before the tie between Arsenal and Real Madrid, that this season we're going to have a new winner in the Champions League. What I mean by new, the team that have been winning it in the last 4 or 5 years are not going to win it this season. I said that even, I think it was in the round of, before the round of 16 or round of 16, that between PSG, Arsenal, and Barcelona, and Arsenal, one of them is going to win this year's Champions League, or even Inter Milan. So let's see how that happens. Do you agree with that prediction, or what do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will see you again. Ciao. Keep a date tomorrow. We're going to be at the pub for Arsenal game and Real Madrid. There's going to be loads of content. If you are there at the Velvet Oak Tavern in Midtown Houston, come and see us, and we're going to have a lot of interviews from fans that will be watching this game from there, and we'll see you again next time. Ciao.